Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wounded Healer Tarot. My name is James, and I'll be doing your reading today. This is a collective reading, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for those who need it. My readings are timeless, so whenever you come across them is whenever you're likely to find something for you in them. Alright. So I'm going to take a look here at what it is you need to work on at this time. I call this my therapist deck because of how deep it gets. It is called the Lantern Oracle. In case anybody is interested, that is the deck. Alright. Forgot I still had my earbud in, all over the place. Oh, 3. Okay. First we have card number 3, sharing. There is giving and receiving and giving. And these cards are insanely beautiful. And then we have card number 2, Radical Curiosity. Seeing as if for the first time, every time. And then lastly, we have card number 17, Misalignment. Miracles become normal once we face all of the aspects of our life in the same direction. Boom. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have card number 15, Distorted Desire. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. Interesting. Let's see. Alright, this is for the sharing card. While solitude is necessary at times, our lives also need to be shared for sustainable and healthy living as well as growth. The true sharing of ourselves does not take anything away from us. It is not about giving all that we have. It does not come from a place of fear or lack or a bartering mindset. We freely offer what we have from a place of abundant love and a sense of completeness. True receiving is from this state, too. Our spirit self opens in communion with those who are safe and of a pure heart. Those who are not are individuals who require our discernment and refrain when sharing. To discriminate between who and what enhances or depletes our energy is necessary. If there is a constant feeling that something is not right or does not make sense, then it probably is not the right choice for us to continue engaging with that person, group, or organization. It is okay to take time to find and gradually get to know our circle of transparent and trustworthy people, those who we can feel safe and comfortable enough with to open to cannot be forced or accumulated in a rush. It is okay to ask when unsure whether something unspoken is expected in return for receiving what seems to be freely given. True sharing is transparent and expects no form of payment in exchange. Whether others give back of their own volition is irrelevant to individuals who are not motivated by giving in order to get. The giving and receiving through knowing others and being known is the greatest sharing of all. There is much empowering value in truly seeing and being seen, hearing and being heard, and loving and being loved by one's circle. Shared experiences can heal and support us in all facets of life. Together, we can become more of who we are. We are exponentially enhanced by the diversity of experience and multiple perspectives. when we are in good and genuine company. When our presence, willingness, wisdom, and abundance is mutually brought to the table, we grow in ways that are inaccessible to us when alone. The featured women encourage you to look at where sharing is and is not in your life. Where does it feel good and where does it not? With whom do you share of yourself? Where do you hold back and why? If it is for a good reason, excellent. If not, it might be worth test sharing something with the safest people in your life who you enjoy being around. If you are a talker but not a giver, really explore the reasons why you do not reciprocate. Is there a specific fear that you can identify or something to lose at stake? Be kind and compassionate with why you believe that you have nothing to give. When you are ready, challenge the validity of this limiting belief thwarting you. Sharing need not involve anything material. It can be a walk with someone, your time, a smile, or a conversation. Guardian's message: giving and receiving within your circle magnifies the energy, growth, and love in your life. Well, damn. Alright, this is for Radical Curiosity. The maiden sees with wonderment. The mystery and majesty of nature enthrall her and inspire the music she creates. Her presence reminds us to resume looking at the ever-changing world with the openness of a child. For the world's beauty and enchantment can be seen at every age, if and when we remember to access our inner magical and childlike perspective. The maiden is alive with the potent energy of raw inspiration. She reminds us of what it feels like to be radically curious about where an idea might lead. She experiences the world as a globe of magical unknowns to be explored. Curiosity runs through her veins as limitless energy. She creates her music from one inspiring idea to the next. She cannot anticipate the outcome of any tune she is exploring how to create. Nor does she necessarily have the self-discipline or regard for any elder's caution or advice on what is and what is not possible. The maiden's curiosity is wild and radical. She accepts and understands no limitation, nor does she refrain from venturing into the vast landscape of her imagination. She is without presumption, judgment, anticipation, or a need of validation for her creation. Therefore, she fears no disappointment, rejection, or failure. Naivety frees her to boldly follow what she is inspired to express and immerse herself in the joy of expressing it. The maiden reminds you that you always have the power to change routine that stifles your ability to see life with the excitement, possibility, and magic of a child. She encourages the reawakening of your innate radical curiosity and openness. May you enjoy a return to your fresh and unique perspective. May you also allow yourself to express what inspires you creatively. Radical curiosity is the maiden's alchemy, and yours too. Maiden's message: radical curiosity inspires creativity. Alright, now, this is for misalignment. What is possible expands beyond our capacity to imagine when we attune our lives to what makes our spirit self sing. It can be challenging to commit to whatever it takes to align all aspects of our life with our bliss. Often, we are met with obstacles such as fear, conflicting expectations from others in society, the need for ongoing discipline, the upheaval of releasing from our life all that is not aligned, and determining how to make our lives sustainable once we surrender it all to the bliss of living our truth. The process of wholly aligning and integrating ourselves can feel like too much. We may be unwilling to take on the effort, risk, and loss from what this process involves. This is totally understandable. So is wanting to do it sporadically or all at once. The ball is always in your court with this. Therefore, the importance of this card is its reminder that you always have the choice to return toward, rather than away from, personal alignment. Even if you take it one nuanced facet at a time, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant the detail, it matters and will make all the difference to you. Regardless of what you choose, it is always beneficial to be aware of where you are misaligned. A way to do this is first to identify where you are aligned. Place the hand that you write with on your heart and ask, what do I unconditionally love about my life? Write the answer in your journal. Repeat this process with this question. Which experiences, environments, people, and activities give me the greatest fulfillment? If your answers are taken from your past, include why they are now absent. Alternatively, your list may consist of how you would like your life to be. If so, be sure to include the reasons your life is not this way at present. Gently proceed to write with compassion where exactly you in certain aspects of your life feel uncomfortable, forced, outgrown, or in some way misaligned. Unpack whether these areas have become a part of your life from fear-based choices and thinking, or from having compromised your truth, core values, or integrity in some way that you did not realize at the time. Perhaps you would have done things differently if the circumstances had been different. For example, it may have felt possible to choose otherwise. If at the time you had made yourself a priority or felt a stronger sense of confidence, self-worth, or self-love. Or maybe with sufficient funds or the support, belief, and guidance that you needed from others, more preferable choices would have been available or made known to you. If any or all of these factors resonate, know that you are not alone. Take a moment to extend compassionate consideration, love, and honor to your former self's predicament and limitations. Be at peace and in acceptance of having done your best at that time. Had you known any better, you would have chosen and done better. Now return your hand to its place on your heart and ask your spirit self what you can do to initiate a loving step forward, aligning one detail of your life with your truth. Write down the answer. When you are ready, decide whether to act accordingly. You may wish to repeat this journal exercise each time you see clarity on the next aligned step available for you to take and whether or not to take it. Mother's message. Regardless of how misaligned things may seem, alignment is only ever a different choice and action away. Trust that spirit self will more than meet you halfway in supporting you through each aligned step that you choose to take. Oh boy. All right. Now lastly, this is the card at the bottom of the deck, Distorted Desire. Knowing the difference between needs and wants is key to navigating what is at the root of a desire. It helps us to distinguish what is a self-sabotaging compulsion or mirage from what is a genuinely life-enhancing aspiration to be realistically pursued. When what we think we want is not what we need or long for at a core level, the realization of such desires potentially results in something nightmarish rather than dream fulfillment. In worst-case scenarios, this can have us running for our lives, like the featured mother. Whether or not we consciously recognize a delusion for what it is, an untruth can never satisfy our needs. Illusions have no sustenance or substance, and therefore cannot satiate the burning desire that mistakenly drives us to attain them in the first place. Nonetheless, the origin of every distorted desire is an invaluable lesson for us to learn about ourselves. Gently unpack the reasons why you're turning away from, rather than confronting, the things that are not actually as they seem in your life. It may be necessary to compassionately release yourself from an unwarranted conviction that things or a person will magically change into what they have the potential to become and cease making excuses for why they have not. Mother's message. Once we get clear on what our heart's core desire is, and therefore need, we are ready to recognize it in whatever form it takes and to receive it. Make the space for your heart's true longing to come in by freeing yourself of any illusions still haunting you. Well, gosh, that was a lot, but it all makes sense, and it all just fits together perfectly. All right, now we are going to get into the tarot portion, where we're just going to be taking a look at what you need to know at this time. Alright. The Three of Cups. Look at that. Alright, so there may be some sort of like celebration or get together with friends, family, people that you're close with. Okay, and then the Knight of Wands. So there's gonna be some passionate. Whoa, buddy. Okay, hold on. We have the King of Pentacles here. And the Eight of Cups. Along with the Ace of Wands. I'm getting the vibe here that you're gonna have a few people trying to get involved with you, whether physically, emotionally. Ooh. Yeah, so the Five of Cups and the Six of Wands just popped out. Yeah, there's definitely an exciting new beginning here for you. But with the Eight of Cups, you're gonna have to walk away from somebody or something here in order to get that Ace of Wands energy, to get to that exciting new beginning. And then with the Five of Cups and the Six of Wands, it's like that's you realizing that, you know, or maybe not realizing, but that could just be like letting you know that like at that time, like you're not going to be stuck on the past anymore. Like any past situations, people, groups of people, what have you, that have been holding you back. You're not, that Eight of Cups, that's you walking away from that shit, right? And that Five of Cups is you like understanding now what you have to do, what you had to do in order to get here to this victory with the Six of Cups. You know, there could be a celebration where you're being recognized for something. But next up we have the Five of Wands and the Hermit. I mean, yeah, it's normal for something like this, you know, when you start to choose yourself, that it's gonna ruffle some feathers here, you know, it's gonna cause some drama, people are gonna start talking, and that never leads to anything good. You know, there's all that he said, she said bullshit. There are no facts. I just need to fix the cards really quick. But I feel like you're going to be going towards this this King of Pentacles, not this Knight of Wands. I think you can tell, you know, you've learned the lesson enough times to be able to spot somebody who's, you know, only here for one thing. And That's why, you know, when all this drama is going down, like, as the hermit, you're staying the fuck out of it. You're staying to yourself and you're working on yourself. Yep, and then we have King of Swords. Somebody who's very intelligent, really good at drawing boundaries. Seven of Cups. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of options here, and it's probably gonna get pretty confusing for you. It's gonna be difficult here to make a decision. Because it's like, just as you like make a decision, like just as like you decide to like choose that King of Pentacles, this King of Swords comes along as you're doing the work on yourself. And then here we have the Six of Swords. Yeah, moving on. Ooh, we have the Page of Cups. And then we have the Tower. Damn. Alright, let's see. It's like, this is always that shit. People are always coming back once you've moved on. And, you know, with this Page of Cups, this individual is coming back with an apology. They know they fucked up. And that creates a Tower moment here. Because now with the Eight of Swords, that shit either will or at least has the ability to get you stuck in your fucking head. That's gonna have you getting in your own way here. But here, with the fucking Magician? Motherfucker. This shit ain't gonna get you there for long. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the Celestial Weaver, which talks about, this is a card that's particular to this deck, but this specific card talks about, you know, understanding how your words, your thoughts, your actions affect and create your reality. Which is why it's amazing that underneath that, then we have the Eight of Wands. You know, that's going to make shit really start to move. The energy is really going to start to get going. Hell yeah. This person thought they could fucking stop you. Get out of here. You're the fucking Magician. Yes, and that puts you in this Queen of Cups, Empress energy. Where you have that emotional stability, emotional understanding. And then with the Empress, it's like you're just going to be nurturing yourself, as well as, you know, the things you're working on, the people around you that really deserve, like they were talking about in that sharing card, like you're going to be giving to the people who deserve your energy, and not, you know, in a selfish way where you're only giving to get back. You know, you're giving because you can, because you want to. Alright, let's see. God damn, this shit is long. Alright, now we have the Lovers. Yeah, because, you know, once you choose yourself... Sorry about that, guys. The camera died. I knew I was pushing it, but gonna try to wrap this up soon, so I feel like this has been very long. It's at about 25 minutes. The Ace of Pentacles. What? The Lovers, the Ace of Pentacles with the Empress before that. Just want to get one more card here, maybe one or two more cards before I say anything. What else does the collective need to know at this time? The Moon. You're not supposed to know shit. You're supposed to make this move in the dark. Okay, so with the Lovers, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Moon, you're not gonna see this shit coming. Like, it's gonna be real good. It's gonna be fucking amazing, but you ain't gonna see this shit coming. Yeah, because with the Four of Cups, you're not even focused on love. You're focusing on yourself. You're choosing you. Like, you're not going to be sitting here worried about love and all that shit. You're sitting here doing you. You're building your empire. You're making your mark. Working on your legacy. What is this, Nine of Swords? Yeah. Oh, this is going to bother me so much. 1 second. Ugh. I hate this. Alright. Yep. Gosh darn, Nine of Swords. That is not what I would like to see, but that's okay, because you know what? This is you still healing. You know, there's a reason that you're in this Four of Cups energy, and that's because you're facing your fucking demons. That's because you're doing your inner work. There's going to be a lot of realizations coming in here for you. So, of course, here comes the devil trying to tempt you, trying to get you to not choose you, trying to distract you from what it is you really need to be working on here. But the Nine of Cups, you're choosing you. This is, you know, wish fulfillment. You're going to be living the life that you want because you can. Can't nobody stop you. Yep. Queen of Pentacles. It's like you're going to be going through all of this healing so that you yourself can heal others, or can help rather to heal others. Like, you could be on the path of becoming a healer of some sorts, maybe like a Reiki practitioner or something along those lines. It doesn't have to be energy work, but that's just what popped into my mind. Yeah, you know, here with the Ten of Wands, I'm really getting like, you're not, like, as you're here focusing on yourself, that means you're not taking on the responsibilities of others anymore. You're resting, you're healing, you could be very creative or a creator. Here doing videos like this, you could also do tarot yourself. With the Seven of Swords, you know, you're being really, like, You're being very strategic about how you do all of this here. Like, I feel like you're in a very aware state, possibly even like hyper aware. But with the strength card coming out here, you know, you fucking got this. There's nothing to worry about. As long as you just move smart, move quiet, you know, do what you gotta do, keep to yourself. Well, not like keep to yourself, obviously there are people in your life that, you know, you talk to shit about. Just be smart about who you give information to. Now I'm gonna end this here with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that's your luck changing. Shit's about to do a complete 180. You just gotta have the strength to get through this, which, judging by all this, you got it. Yeah. Further clarified by the cards at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Ace of Cups, the Star, and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you know, pouring into you, loving you, puts you in a position here where like with the Radical Curiosity card, then having the Page of Cups out here, like there's a lot of like childlike energy here, and the Star is just that, keeping that inner child alive. And that inner child is what here is keeping you filled with hope. And with the Knight of Cups, that's you know, 110% knowing what kind of life you want to live, what you want your life to look like. So that's something that you will, at the end of this process, be able to pursue. And you're going to know, you're going to feel, you're going to understand here that you're on the right path. All right. These are the messages that I have for you today. And I do hope they serve you well. Be gentle with yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye now.